Hey Gary, my name is Joe Kikura. I'm from Staten Island. First off, I want to say, props to Gary. He just brings like this energy and this like inspiration to his speaking that's just like unprecedented. I just want to thank him from the bottom of my
I'm here, dude. I'm right here. I'm right here, man. I'm right here. Thank you, man. Thank you. I know he was. It's very meta up in here.
First off, I spent a little bit of time working on Wall Street and the financial industry, and I know that industry is kind of like trapped in like a lot of old ways of doing things, and I think they're getting really hit hard by a lot of the electronic trading platforms. But on the same token, I think there's a lot of room for like one-on-one communications with your FA and your broker. And just from someone coming from that industry, how would you apply your concepts and your teachings to something like that industry?
So, it's funny to be watching you ask that question with Mitch. I don't know if you see him right in front of you, who I think is literally my answer to your question is go hang out with Mitch for 15 minutes and have a coffee after this. I think it's super easy. Technology is the gateway drug to human interaction. Period, end of story. I believe that. Like we will be robots eventually. I firmly believe that. I'm not joking. I fully believe that. Now, it's in my own mind. I really hope I don't see it because it's weird. Like I think of like brain twist. Like it's crazy to think that. Like I mean, hardcore robots. Like straight up. But until then, I think that there's plenty of room for that. I think the problem is there's too many old school folks that are like, nothing beats a handshake and a one-to-one meeting, and they don't use the technology. It's much like the way I branded. Andy's sitting here. Andy does a lot of the growth hacking, like build the audience stuff. Like I think that I relied too much on just brand and content. If I could do Wine Library TV all over again, the show would be 50x the success it was because I did nothing right from a tech standpoint distribution. It was just word of mouth PR. It just crushed quality content wise. But with technology in place, you should use it. And so I think that of course there's human interaction. Of course there's content like this that can play in every sector. Obviously there's legal ramifications in that world, but all of them have. But I think the more interesting question is, I think there's far more of the reverse, to be honest with you. I think there's far more of the emerging trend of people that are still in power places that don't realize there's tech that can scale them and bring them to a different level.